Hi, this is Larry Christopher from SiteTuner.biz. I had taken the time to evaluate your website and compared your site as to how it's currently sitting to what your competitors have and what you can be doing in your marketplace to grab some more market share. So to start with here, just wanted to let you know that how you set the above the fold on the home page was pretty ideal. I like how you've broken everything down into categories for the end user so they can quickly find what kind of device they need without having to be a spectrograph expert or have in-depth knowledge of the product itself. And for instance, we click on food and beverage. We're going to find all these different applications listed, which is nice, text form. I would certainly want to add individual icon images here so people can more easily digest this information. Human brain can't process all this text, but they can process images faster. And as a basic rule of thumb with conversion optimization, anything that you do to increase the user experience, allow them to access information easier, they're going to react more favorably, more predictably, and the conversion rates are going to go up on your site. So that's something that we would want to try. For a cork, we have a picture of a cork, cognac, a picture of a drink, whatever it may be. Some stuff there may not be an icon that we can have. Maybe you just use something generic like a chemical bond image or something like that. We could try different things, but you get the idea. And essentially, if we click on one of these, ultimately you don't have a product available for that one, I should say. But here I would, instead of making this page about the graph, I would gear this process towards driving people to the right machine they're looking for, because ultimately that's what they are looking for, not specific information regarding their industry or how these machines are used in their industry. So flipping those, and then ultimately when you get to the individual product page that they're looking for, increasing the image quality through image editing. I could teach somebody in your staff quickly color correcting images that are taken. Maybe advise you to set up a small photo studio to take better quality images here. This one ain't bad. There's some other ones that I noticed that are more poor quality, but it would certainly increase your conversion rates if you can get consistent quality of image out of your products that you have in stock. Apart from that, I would add a link for the guide, the user's guide or instruction manual for this product, because people are going to want to see this in order to make an inquiry from you guys in a lot of cases, or people are going to link to this page because it's going to be a point of reference. Google's going to be able to crawl that instructional guide and it'll give you some long tail searches to your site. So if you have that available, get it, talk to the manufacturer, source it online, whatever you have to do. I was just getting that on there. If you go ahead and click on request a quote, I would say that this is not designed for high conversion rate at all. Obviously, probably wasn't thought of in any aspect for conversions. The background and the form fields have very little contrast in between, which is going to make it hard to see the fields on a lot of monitors. Just by redesigning this, we can probably increase your conversion rate by between 10 and 30%, making it more enticing for the user. By rule of thumb, users are not going to want to fill out a form. People, there was a study done saying people are more likely to or more willing to clean a toilet than they are to fill out a web form. So that should tell you something about designing a form to be easy to use and enticing to fill out. So that's certainly something that we would focus on. Back to the home page, instead of just having everything broken down by category here, I would add or answer these questions to figure out what machine you need and go through a Boolean search or a flow chart and take people to the machine that they would need for their purposes. And on the guide to mass specs page, you kind of do this already. Guide them the machine based upon the level of sensitivity they need and so forth. MS, ASTM, whatever it is. Essentially, asking them a series of questions and then taking them to the one or two machines that they need, because obviously your customer base is not always going to know, and you know this already. So by making it easier to find the machine that they're looking for, you're going to get a lot more inquiries and calls. So that's something I would love to help you set up with. Looking at your site in a mobile device, this is a mobile browser simulator here. You know, everything works correctly on it. I tested it out. The main thing is here, your text is too small to read, so you have to zoom in, as with, you know, most other sites. And then when you zoom in, you know, things kind of readjust a little bit, but everything becomes, you have to move the screen back and forth to see everything. It's just not user-friendly. A lot of companies now are creating what are called mobile sites, which are designed specifically for mobile devices. You can set up a script on your site that will host the mobile site to the people that are using a mobile device dynamically and transparent to the user. And if you didn't know, in 2013, 20% of the users on the internet are using mobile devices. So by not having a mobile-friendly website for people to use, you're severely hurting your conversion rates. You know, all this little stuff matters, and you add up all these little changes, you increase your conversion rates by quite significant amounts. So all these little things in conjunction with maybe redesigning your whole website to be more graphically pleasing and adjusting some of the more smaller stuff that I'm not going to go into in this video could increase your conversion rates by as much as 50 to 100% all added together. And you can do the calculations in terms of how many leads you get and what revenue that generates and what kind of money that would bring into your company. Finally, I just wanted to point out that, you know, if you're going to do a Google search for, let's say, refurbished chromatography machines, you're down here at about number 6. You're only getting about 2 to 5% of these leads. We set up a lot of pay-per-click campaigns for our customers here. We could get you hosted up here. I mean, here are also paid ads, but you may say we don't have the budget for this, but I will tell you right now, based upon what you have in stock and what you offer, that we can set you up with pay-per-click ads that specialize in offering certain things on your website, and the conversion rate on it is going to be good enough that the cost you're paying per click is going to be paid for and made up within maybe a month's time. So if you just had a small, modest budget, you could essentially increase the total amount of leads that you have by double or even triple. Add that in with conversion rate increases, you're talking about a great deal of revenue that would be coming into your company. So again, we are SiteTuner.biz. We redesign websites and we fix parts of websites to increase the amount of conversions a website will make out of the total amount of visitors that come to a website from Google or wherever they may be from. Make them using conversion psychology, adjusting things like colors, fonts, layouts, and stuff like I had mentioned in the video. We would set up Google Analytics on your site if it isn't already, and set up some goals to track form fills, calls, whatever it may be that you want the user to ultimately do on your website, and run reports for you that shows you how many % of your web traffic are actually taking the actions that you want them to take, make the adjustments, and show you the increase in conversion rate that we can generate. So generally, we specialize in redesigning sites from the ground up instead of just changing 1 or 2 things, because the return on investment is so great.